Is it true that there are 200 flood control projects worth about 14 billion pesos that Mayor Isko is saying was done without permits?
That is what Mayor Isko said, no? More than 214 billion. And it was also told that he told the press that I had about, what, 2 billion in my own district, no? There's a congressman that had 4 billion. Kaya sabi ko, I'd like him to start in my district because anyway, see, Manila is actually a city that is yung tawag doon, below the
sea level.
Sea level, no? And so my district alone is Catch Basin, or Catch Basin. In fact, the two main tributaries like Pasig River and San Juan River go to my own district.
Did you say San Juan, sir?
San Juan River.
Okay. And Pasig?
San Juan River is the dirtiest river in the Philippines. And we cannot do anything about it unless otherwise, doon sa taas, like Quezon City and Mandaluyong, would do something about it.
Yeah.
So kahit na anong gawin namin dyan, wala rin mangyayari. So we're waiting. This is not just a Manila problem. This is actually a Metro Manila problem.
Yeah, in fact, you were quoted as saying that dapat or it is better that you look into San Juan, Mandaluyong, Manila, Quezon City para holistic ang approach nito. All right. But in your district, because you were congressman 2022 to 2025 of the 6th district, did you already check how much went to flood control projects?
In my district, I think from the 19th Congress to about this Congress here,
2025
up to 2025 would be around about 2 billion. 2 billion, no? But that 2 billion did not go all through to the flood control projects. I have multipurpose halls that were built, actually. I had, pumping stations built on some rivers. And then drainage. What we did was, the DPWO changed the drainage from yung pambilog na, na cement to a culvert para mas malaki, no? That's the reason why we were able to address the flooding in my district, unlike before in 2004, where
so
the flooding was...
It was worse before.
Oh, it was worse. Like the Ondoy. I mean, we cannot anymore pass through it with our cars. So there is a military truck that I actually rode on, no? And went through the flooded street in Santa Ana.
But would that be a fair comparison, Congressman? Kasi hindi pa naman natin naaabutan si Ondoy level eh. So you really don't know kung ganun kadami yung bumuhos na ulan, kung ano magiging effect doon sa 6th District.
I think Ondoy is only about, 4 or 5 years ago? Oo. The kind of rain that are actually falling now, that we're having now, is almost like Ondoy before.
Okay.
See? But at this point in time, in Santa Ana alone, we do not have that kind of a flooding now. The flooding we have would now be in Santa Mesa, where the San Juan River flows, and also in Punta, where the Pasig River actually goes into. So doon lang ang flooding. And the thing is, I was telling the DPWH and the MDA, because I complained about a week ago that when you build something, you should not only build that, you ought to monitor it, and you ought to maintain it. But the thing is, it's not being maintained properly. So that's the complaint that I have with the MDA and the DPWH, because they should monitor if it's working, they should maintain it and it's working. Because right now, there was a chairman that complained to me in Biata, Pandacan, where the Pasig River actually flows. And the pumping station there with the floodgates have not been working for about 4 years. So I asked the MDA, and the MDA told me that's the problem of DPWH.
I want to get to that more, sir. But when you mentioned the amount, rather, of 2 billion, this is probably 2022 to 2025 now as we speak. Ano po? Sabi mo, hindi po lahat yan flood control dahil meron kayong multipurpose. Meron kayong number just on flood control. which would include the pumping stations, etc., the culverts, lahat po yun. Just an approximate.
Palagay ko yung pumping station na pinagawa ko since tinita natin Congress would be around mga 5.
What is 5, sir?
5 pumping stations.
Okay.
Oo,
Hindi,
pumping
pero
stations.
in terms of cost, magkano pong napunta sa 6th district in terms of cost for flood control?
I think there's hindi ko alam lahat, pero one pumping station would cost around somewhere from 25 to 50 million. One pumping station. Kasi talagang mahal because the equipment come from abroad.
Quick question about that, follow-up, sir. I recall reading something that there was a pumping station that Mayor Isko was saying in Santa Mesa na tama ho ba na ang generator ay nakakabit sa, tama ho ba, car battery?
Okay. Now, of course, that is DPW's problem, no? They should actually maintain that. Palagay ko ako rin nagpatayo noon pero when DPWS built that during my time, it was also the time of Mayor Isko. He was the mayor then. But ang pinagkataka ko, bakit ngayon lang niya nakita? When it was actually built during his time when he was mayor.
But marami din, that's the same question we can ask every single one of you and every single LGU, sir, just to be fair, na bakit ngayon nyo lang lahat yan napapansin? Hindi ho ba? That's why, hence this investigation, after the President said, mahiya naman kayo. Okay, so be that as it may, sir. So do you think it's a positive development right now that everyone seems to have their own stake, their own opinion, their own investigation into these flood control projects?
It is. I believe, Pinky, that should be. That should be talked about every day. We should actually finish this. No, it's not just that will be in the press for about 1 week and afterward, boom, nakalimutan na. No, palagay ko, we should actually put a period to this.
In the 6th district, have you gone around, have you checked, Congressman, to see if you have, number one, ghost or substandard flood control projects?
I would go around. In fact, I have my own engineer that actually monitored the project from the time they started, while they're building it, and after building it. Because usually, after building it, when it's completed, we have an inauguration to it. So, hindi pwedeng hindi makompleto yan because we cannot inaugurate if it's not completed. See? And I would like to say that there's no substandard project in my district. There's no ghost project in my district that I could be able to assure the public about that.
Wala po kaming makikita o yung mga tao o yung mga reporters na substandard or ghost sa 6th district.
Wala kayong makikita. During my time, I do not know. I do not know the past congressman, but during my time, wala.
And your time would be which Congress?
Well,
the 19th?
I was a congressman in 2004 until 2010, and then I came back in the 19th Congress, and then this Congress.
Okay. All right. Quick, siguro fact check lang, sir. See, when you mentioned Ondoy, that was a bit of almost 2009 pala po yun.
2009.
Ganun na po katagal yan. All right. So, it's a good thing that people are more curious, interested, and want people to be held accountable. So, if you say in the 6th district, sir, during your time, walang substandard at walang ghost, tila walang magiging problema si contractor doon po sa 6th district.
Wala. In fact, I check on my contractors when the president began to list down all the contractors, and I'm so glad na wala doon sa listahan ni Presidente.
But when you say my contractors, that might be misconstrued, sir, na kayo ang pumipili ng contractor, kaibigan nyo si contractor.
Hindi po. Wala akong kaibigang contractor. In fact, it is actually the DE that suggests what contractor to use. You see?
Are you close to the DE? Kasi that's another thing that's coming out, sir.
Actually, I'm not close with any one of them because in a way, DPW always changes the DE, once in a while. For example, like a DE would only be there for about 3 years or 4 years. Nagbabago yan. So you cannot really be close to them. No.
So you've never had any dealings with the DE dahil nagiging, sir, medyo notorious ang mga DE ngayon dito sa usapin ng flood control. Do you have any dealings with them? Meron ho ba kayong naging project na napag-usapan, na sinabi mo, kailangan mo to gawin, kailangan mo ibigay to kay contractor na ganito, or otherwise, sir?
Hindi ako nagsasabi ng ganun eh. Because I'm not even party to the bidding and everything like this. They're the ones doing it, actually. No. Ang ginagawa lang namin, there is what we call as the congressional initiative. No, it's not the insertion, but the initiative. It means that, okay, there's a barangay chairman who would tell us, we have a problem with this. So, okay, pakilista yung problemang yan, and I would discuss with the DPWH about the problem, and if the DPWH would put a budget to it, then okay, we're gonna put a budget to it.
Pero yun din po, hindi naman po ikinakaila ng ibang mga congressman na kailangan kayong lumapit sa, for example, sa DPWH para pondohan certain projects in your areas of responsibility.
Actually, ang nilalapitan namin yung secretary, di ba, during the budget hearing.
The DBM?
Yes,
Okay.
the DBM. The DBM should be blamed for that because the NEP, for example, when they submit the budget to Congress, it's the NEP. It's the DBM that actually submit the NEP to Congress. They're the ones that actually get all of the funding.
That's right.
Oh. And then later on naman, pag naging GAB na yan, o naging GAA na yan, naging batas na yan, doon lamang nagkakaroon ng tinatawag nating congressional initiative. Where, for example, the need of the district, pwede nilang pakinggan. Pwede nilang sabihin na wala kaming pondo dyan. See,
pero doon din
that's how
pumapasok si
limited
insertion, di ho ba? Si congressional insertion. Then that's not the DBM secretary. It's the fault of Congress kung may insertions. Kasi
actually,
the money stays the same eh.
If I would say there is a certain insertion to it, but sa amin we have congressional initiative more than the insertion. Because what we do is we just tell them, okay, there's a problem in my barangay here. If you would like to fund it, okay. Kung wala kayong pwedeng ipondo, wala akong magagawa. See, because they hold the budget.
But that's also the reason why this coming budget season, sir, there are going to be reforms, ni ho ba, as mentioned. Sabi po ni Congressman Toby Tiangco even before, actually during the President's State of the Nation address, sabi niya po, tanggalin na kasi ang mga small committees na yan. Dahil wala ngang record ng mga small committees. In fact, during the first, it wasn't called a hearing, talk, regarding the 2026 budget, the congressman, Toby Tiangco, hindi ho ba hinihingi pa nga yung records mula kay Congresswoman Swansing? Kasi nga, wala daw records itong small committee dahil ang lumalabas, sir, merong mga nangyayaring magic dun sa mga small committees.
Kawawa naman si Congresswoman Swansing because siya, batang-bata siyang legislator, no? Hindi pa siya noon eh. Hindi pa niya time yun eh.
It was Congresswoman Stella Kimbo, right?
Oo, hindi pa niya time yun. Siguro, Toby Tiangco has been there for what? The past Congresses. He should have actually, complained already on that before that time. Bakit ngayon lang? And I was thinking, alam niya na yun eh, nung pa. Bakit ngayon lang siya nagko-complain?
Yeah, in fact, I asked him that same question and then meron po siyang resibo. Way back, maraming beses na rin daw siyang nag-complain. But okay, so there is going to be a hearing by the House. It's a TRICOM hearing and you will be chairing that as well, right?
No. I'm chairing the Quadcom.
The Quadcom,
just be a part of the
Hindi
TRICOM,
kayo dun
yes.
sa TRICOM. All right, so there's a TRICOM kasi medyo nakakalito yan eh. So it's going to be public accounts?
Yes.
Public accountability?
Public accounts and public order.
Public order.
And public works.
And public works. And that will start on Tuesday.